Guys, I am currently adding builds to the website, but it's going kind of slowly. I still need to finish this one off, I think. I thought I finished this one, actually. Did I not finish this one yet? Well, currently waiting for that. I'm also trying to get some artifacts up. And a few other things are going on right now, but nothing too crazy. Oh, I guess I forgot to hit save. That's unfortunate. Oh, I lost a bit of time there. But currently working on a few things at the same time, basically. I do want to get my levels up for... I'm trying to get my, like, trade skill levels up, but it costs, like, a decent amount of gold to get these up at this point. So I am going broke trying to get these up and then selling stuff, and then going broke trying to get them up and then selling stuff, kind of over and over and over again. I'm close to being able to unlock Blessed Rivets, which will help me for making some money, I think. How much are Blessed Rivets going for right now? Yeah, like 6.5k. So, like, I can make those. That would be really helpful. Arcane is also kind of getting up there. 150 now, so that's good. This is something that's used for something I don't really understand that I'm trying to get. I'm also trying to get materials for these Master Arcane Research Notes. I can make coatings now, which is kind of nice, a little bit profitable. I can make the absorption potions, which is kind of nice. Can't quite get to 200 yet, though, and that would be a nice threshold to hit. And then Armor Matrix is 250, so it's like kind of down the line there, but getting those up, taking a little bit of time. Hey man, can I do me a favor and like me your VG Blunderbuss guide? Yeah, I can. I thought did I not put that one in the Discord yet? It's funny because it's like literally the one I'm adding to the site right now. I think I changed like a few things with it when I added it to the site, but it's basically the same thing. BBVG. Like the main thing I changed is there was a debate. Do you go health or do you go shirking heals? And I think shirking heals is slightly better than health now. Based off I just lost like 1k health by cutting the health, and I would gain that all back if I just dodged once, so it seemed like it was worth it. Alright. This queue didn't pop, right? Nope. Okay. So I need to shift everything down here. This messed up. So I was trying to put trees in here. I thought I put in the trees, but I guess I forgot to save it. And this is broken again. Cool. Just delete that for now. Well, this was working earlier. Now it's not working. Cool. I mean, maybe this is just a thing I work on later. Thought I had this all set up. And then I guess I forgot to hit save and it didn't save, so now it's like all in a broken state. Which kind of sucks. But I'm trying to do one to kind of have a template going, and then I just have to basically just save pictures, and it's a lot easier to type out a few things, and probably takes me 45 minutes per build. I have to do this in order to level up Blood Drinker, so that's one thing I need to do, and then Angry Earth and Empyrean Forge I need to do. I want to level up Blood Drinker because I think it's going to be good with flail stuff. I'm not going in with proper stats, though. But it's an M1, so it's pretty chill. I think everyone's just trying to focus on getting matrices now. It seems like the big focus is servers, so that you can upgrade artifacts, and then otherwise a lot of the content's like kind of time gated. But artifact leveling seems to be relatively popular right now. Ooh, I like this skin actually. I've seen this one before. It's a nice skin. Also, they fixed the coconuts so you could actually like upgrade things, but in order to upgrade them, you need the matrices too. So that's kind of where a lot of people are at, where they're looking for the matrix so that they can upgrade. But matrices are super expensive. They're like 25k, so I'm trying to get to the point where I could like make them and not have to pay 25k, because paying 25k is kind of expensive, especially when I have like 81 gold in my name because I just invested it all. I think someone wanted a tank build guide too, so that's something I kind of need to do, but that's one's... Like, my focus right now is to put builds on the site rather than just do build guides in particular, because, like, otherwise I have to keep sharing, like, links all the time, right? And then if they're on the site, I could just do exclamation mark build, and then it's, like, it's over. Like, I don't really have to worry about it anymore. So that just makes stuff easy. This week's mutations are kind of disappointing. This one's the only one that has like gear that's like somewhat usable, but it's not even that good to be honest. Okay, this guy's just zooming through. I'm just gonna wait here. Because you could just wait here and I'll unlock this at one point. But I got this amulet that I didn't even realize I had, and it's kind of insane. Divine unimpeded health, like very, very good. Usually you want like one more perk on there is like the protection, but it's still like super, super strong. How's it going, Rilo? I also thought, I think either this Saturday or Sunday I'm gonna do a thing where we go over like current war meta, because some people have been asking for that. I don't think there's other tier lists that I really need to do right now. Like I could do a Heart Rune one, but I feel like that's kind of clickbaity. Like the Heart Rune is like pretty black and white. It's pretty much just use stone form right now because they nerfed other Heart Runes. But if you guys have any other ideas for things that people want to see, let me know. I could do like an updated class thing, because some stuff has changed in the last couple of weeks, but it's still pretty similar. I did want to do like one build guide and make a YouTube video out of that. I have an artifact build thing that we did a while ago that I wanted to turn into a video too. So that will be up tomorrow, hopefully. Assuming I go to bed at a reasonable time. Can do that before I sleep. The people yearn for fishing guides? Oh no. I am not a pro fisherman. I mean, I could make a fishing guide because I know how you optimize fishing, but it's like, it's really stupid. Or I think it would be really stupid. Because I don't fish at all. Basically. Oh, did I not taunt that guy? My bad. Man is poking me. Didn't really drop anything good. Actually, the ancient skull is used for it's used for something. It might be worth an okay amount. I feel like the Angry Earth drops are a little better than the skulls, though, at this point, because the new raid is Angry Earth, and the Sandworm, I think you want Beast trophies, so it's a little different. I found out yesterday you can't put Hasted Vigor on tumblers, so the next best is health for BBVG build. I think it's Shirking Heals, actually. I think I just changed my mind on that from a conversation like late last night. Basically, if you go all health, you gain like 1k HP, right? But if you go all Shirking Heals and you dodge once, you just gain 1k HP. And I think you'd be able to dodge once before you die. Also, let me hit these guys at this point. Thank you for the BBVG build. Can't figure out the right playstyle yet, but it's fun to play. Yeah, I mean, the problem with a lot of the builds in New World is, like, I can't really make a video of me playing the build exactly. I can make a video of someone else playing the build and, like, use them as a reference, but it's just, it's so expensive to gear up a bunch of builds. Like, I can do a couple, but I can't commit to, like, more than 3 builds right now with how stuff is time-gated. You getting hit by this dude? It's got a lot of bleeds on him. It's also like slowly moving me backwards, which is kind of funny. Gosh, we don't have great damage. That being said, I don't know if I can complain too much. I'm going like pure focus right now. It's fine, I'll figure it out eventually. However, I just reached 65 and to get the life takers, so got a long way to go. Yeah, the gear takes a while. Like, that's like just like a fact of the matter. Like, all the builds just take a while to get up and running. Especially like now with like how they time gated like the 725 gear. Like, you'll be able to get it to 700 kind of easy, and then like getting to 725 will be like a whole nother battle. Taunting all these guys. Wait. That's not really what I wanted them to do. There you go. I have so many artifacts now that just aren't upgraded. I have like 10 artifacts. It's like, what's going on? I don't even have them on my inventory anymore. It was clogging up the storage too much. Gosh, we are not doing damage. I think the last time these bosses I'm fighting right now like went down about twice as fast. You must have a completely fresh group. If you get like 1 or 2 legacy players in these, it just goes by so quick. This part isn't that bad though. Like our ad clear is good. It's just our boss fighting is pretty eh. Of course, I'm not helping. I'm hitting for like 1k, and some people would be hitting for like 6k in this situation. Just gonna taunt him and move on. I don't really have to be in this dungeon anymore, but I also don't want to be that guy that just like leaves in the middle of the dungeon. I just need to kill 50 of these dudes, and now I've got my hardy unlocked. So this part actually can create wipes, like you actually can wipe here. But as long as I like turn them to face me, I think we're okay. The thing that we're trying to gear up for now is Sandworm. It's like the main thing that Guild's going for. But it's not a super easy dungeon to like get into, or like a raid. I think it requires a few heart runes that are like very expensive to get. Is Survivor's Coat combo still something you're looking to run eventually? I think so, but it's not as high priority for me anymore because the, quite frankly, the PvP zone's already dead. Like, no one really goes there anymore. Like, gatherers go there, but that's about it. And I thought there'd be a greater emphasis on the PvP zone than there is now. Like, it feels like we're just back to people just doing OPR, because you can just get your doubloons from doing a chest run, so there's no, like, economy stress from going to that zone. It's going. Okay. Gotta make sure he knows the tech. Ow. I do want to upgrade the flail and the butcher today, I think. The butcher upgrade is gonna feel really, really good immediately. The flail one's like more of a PvP upgrade. Honestly, I don't think I even need to upgrade the flail yet. Like maybe I can wait for the flail and upgrade like Void Darkblade. I think Void Darkblade's like higher priority. Go Yankees! It is that day, isn't it? It is the baseball night. I want the Yankees to win too. They have Soto, and I'm a Padres fan, and that basically just means I want anyone to win except for the Dodgers. But it does make me feel better that the Mets, I think, lost to the Dodgers in a more embarrassing way than the Padres did. 2-1 going in the bottom of the sixth. Nice. 2-1 with Yankees as the 2. I mean, the thing is it's like the Dodgers have a really, really good closing bullpen, but they don't have as good of like an entry bullpen. And then so it's like, I don't think you're in a great spot if you don't have that big of a lead going into the end of the game. Like, their relievers are so good. It doesn't even like make sense how good they are, but they're super good. The PvP zone died so fast. Yeah, and it's like, now no one even like cares about the teaming issue at this point, to be honest. Like, there's just nothing there to really get repetitive content out of, because you're already at the doubloon count. You only need to go there once per week, open up one chest, and get a guaranteed coconut. So it's like, meh. Like, you can do more, but it's like, why would I do more? That's pretty effective. We do have to help the one person that died, though. Oh. I don't know if we're fighting against this or not. I think you have to kill these. That's just last boss is gonna take a while. Our DPS is so low. It's an M1 too. It should be like pretty chill. We do have a BB though, like BB's decently high DPS usually. The greatsword's gonna be the main one. Damn, I really missed all the PvP fun because it hasn't had internet. Influence races are still a lot of PvP fun, but that's like it for the most part. And then there's war and there's OPR. But yeah, they didn't really put a reason to go to the PvP zone unless you want to gather materials. So it's like, if you want to gank gatherers or if you want to gather, it's like a pretty good spot to go. That's the only reason why I don't think Survivor's Code is like necessarily worth going for now. Like, I could run it for OPR, but for the most part I don't really care about OPR builds a ton. I care more about war builds. Like probably war and raid, but wouldn't be bad for OPR. All the PvP that was going on by leveling was so bad. ass, but I just kept rubber banding around. Yeah, it's rough. If you don't have like stable internet, particularly like on Ethernet, it's really hard to do PvP content in like any game. This guy doesn't really do damage. Is Fire Step Ice Gauntlet pretty good in PvP? Yeah, it's solid. I'd say it's a weaker variant than Abyss, and it's a weaker variant than Rapier, but it's still pretty solid. Cool. It's pretty chill. Got leveled up. I needed to do a forge anyway, so I can definitely queue for that. But I don't really have anything else I need to do. Oh my god, that is insane. That is literally just Biss. Also, funny trick that we figured out today. You actually could change the biasing of your drops by what magnify you select. It's not off the gear that you actively have equipped. So right there I just got focus gear, right? And I had like my magnify selected for focus. So that's like a little trick. So you just go to attributes, and then whatever you set this to is like what the loot bias gear will drop with. So like a good idea generally, like before you open that up, like if you get a box, is to set this to Constitution, because Constitution gear could be used for most classes, but for certain builds it's not perfect. But you know, you can kind of mess with that, and that will help you out with getting stuff leveled up a little bit sooner. What skills would you run on the Ice Gauntlet? With fire stuff, Ice Pylon's relatively popular, and then you just go into Ice Shower and Entomb. Basically just run everything on the right tree. There is a mana passive here, it's like kind of nice because it can proc off your Ice Pylon, but not too many other things here look that promising, I think. Some people also go for Ice Storm, but I think Ice Pylon's slightly better for Fire Staff. What are the best perks for Fire Staff right now? Is the CK one with Attunement, or Flint Stick with just Finisher? Flint Stick is a pretty good budget one. I think that you want Alacritus Punishment, and you want the new crit. If you crit someone, you Pierce Armor perk, and then you like kind of go for a, if I crit, I'm just gonna nuke you build. Like I think that style is like really, really strong right now, especially with the bug to the PvP crit damage taken modifier. Like it just makes that style like very, very powerful. $100 coins, 500 coins. Not bad. Pretty easy. 600 coins there. Alright, so we need to queue for an Empyrean Forge. Kind of a weird thing to queue for. And then we need to go defeat Angry Earth and Gorgon, which is right here. Well, we got that Empyrean Forge instantly. Is it still a thing to put 2 gems in weapons? No. Not really. There's some bugs still that like exist that are kind of related to that. Like you can't put weapon or you can't put gems in certain weapons that you probably should be able to, but nothing related to that, I think. Alright, so I still got the same really shitty. No, actually, I got like way worse stats. Well, like I started it. I was gonna put more strength in to actually do damage with some of my weapons now. But I have to change his modifier and I can't do that for in combat, so I'm just gonna be stuck here with 10 billion constitution. Which I mean is probably okay, but not ideal. We have high enough damage where I don't think it's going to be a big deal though. How good is the White Sox pitching this year? I know the Dodgers like have a good. They don't really have the best starters right now. Like their best starter didn't do that well versus San Diego. His final game he did well, but his first game he gave up like 5 or 6 young runs, like Yamamoto or whatever. It's like the highest paid pitcher, and he still didn't like do that well. I know he was saying that he thought he was tipping his pitches, so maybe he got that under control. Let's change this to strength real quick, and okay, never mind. Game said no. We hide in this corner real quick so that all the guys come from the corner and kind of stock up. Yeah, I grouped them all up. I'm still burning, so I can't change anything. Oh wait, you can't go through this way yet. Do I have to go right? I thought you could choose which way you could go at the beginning, but guess I was wrong. Guess you have to go right. I don't like how it staggers you now if you use the vortex. Like, it feels a lot less good than it used to. Like, you still get the slow effect even if you're, like, immune to slows, which doesn't really make sense to me. Do you think dumping golden tokens in the mastery caches is worth it for fresh start? I think so, yeah. If you can get up there. I mean, you have to grind your level up pretty high to do that, but if you can do that, I would. Jeez, that guy drains so much stamina. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if we need to even kill that guy. I think we could just run by him. Oh, we dropped a bag. Never mind, we come back. Got another tower shield skin. Take those. Then we got the puzzle thing. Now I could finally switch my attributes from Constitution to Strength. So now I actually do damage. Oh, let me get the chest now. I still haven't fixed the music stuff for yet. Like, I could play it, but I don't have the... I mean, let me see if if it works now, or if it doesn't work. But I don't think it works. Still let me make sure I don't die real quick. Oh, my entire team's about to die. If you were gonna put a final perk on that CK one, would it be Attunement or Fireball? Probably Attunement, and then use the Elemental Staff. Oh, you have to beat it. I thought you didn't have to beat him. My bad. Andy, reset. There you go. Beaker, when you play DPS, what weapons do you prefer to play? I like Spear a lot, I like SNS a lot. But I don't typically play DPS a lot. Like, I play a lot of, like, utility / support role stuff. Just hit me. Rip two of them? Oh, no, it's just minions. You can tell it's healing off of every single target that it's hitting now. It's like, it's not just a single target. Like, it's working how we thought it worked in terms of that heal from Blood Drinker. Very, very solid. I still have my flint pick. I really need a better pick. As a newer player, I'm approaching 700 gear score. How do I efficiently grind BIS perks, or is it praying for good gear to drop? I'd say, I mean, if you can craft it from the Halloween event, that's like a pretty easy way to get like BIS gear, but you need to have like 205 armoring, which is like super high. So I feel like it's not like a reliable way to do it. I don't know of a good reliable way to get gear now. Like, I've just been basically RNG praying for the most part. Sorry, this has been asked 100 times already, but for the Inferno upgrade, what are your thoughts of going Flame Attunement? I think you should go a different attunement than Flame Attunement, and then use Elemental Band right now. I think that's the current, like, kind of meta way to run gear, is to run Elemental Band. With Elemental Band, you get empower scaling off of how many different types of elemental damage you deal. So you just want to do a bunch of different elemental attacks, basically. Then that will boost your damage. How do you get your 700 plus gear? The raid, basically. Like, all this is just from the raid. I have some gear that's below 700, but it's not from the raid. We do the raid, like, I've done the raid, like, probably 5 times now. It's pretty chill once you understand it, but it takes a little bit. I think I have my first raid completion video, or my second raid completion on YouTube, where we only wiped once. Now we don't wipe anymore. Boss does 0 damage. Like, I'm healing for like all of it back up. Dumping weakens on her, in case people don't know the mechanics. Like, that guy didn't really know the mechanics, but didn't have weakens up yet. The guy just face tanked it. It's actually weirdly good synergy with Flail too, because like both Flail and VG have a lot of lifesteal mechanics, and it boosts the amount that you heal from lifesteal a bit too. It's not like perfect synergy, but it's like, it's solid synergy. Oh. There's a thing up here. Beaker, when did you team up with Sherlock to upkeep New World builds? I've teamed up with them in the past. Like, we did stuff like maybe 8 months ago, but then AGS didn't put out content for like 6 to 8 months, so I like kind of took a backseat. And then I was like, yo, do you want to do it again? And he's like, yeah. Like, I don't know, just knowing each other. I respect what he does, he respects what I do, it just works. Like, I don't make like anything off of his site, because I'm using his site, right? But it's just a good like repo just to put stuff, and then I figure he recommends me to people that watch his stuff, I recommend him to people that watch my stuff. It just like kind of works. It's a crazy lag spike. Best DPS for Enchinita? That's the first boss, right? If you're struggling with the first boss isn't about DPS, it's about understanding the mechanics and not dying. Once you get the mechanics, it's like, it's pretty easy. But basically you just want to destroy the little stones that fly out, and when it jumps you want to dodge when it's like at the middle maximum height of its jump. And then otherwise it's like kind of hard to fail. Like you can run basically any DPS for that section. The one that seems like naturally pretty good for that section is like Fire Staff seems naturally pretty good because you can play on like a pillar, and if you're on a pillar you do increased damage, you increase stam damage. So like something like Fire Staff IG seems like relatively good for fresh. Also just general melee builds just tend to be good because you can hit the boss like and crit when it gets knocked down in certain spots. So that's like things like Rapier are really good for it. Greatsword's pretty good for it. Yeah, you don't really need DPS, like, specific builds for that boss. I think the second boss is significantly harder than the first one, though, and that one you kind of need builds for. Because the second boss is, like, a soft DPS check. It's honestly more mechanic-based still than DPS. Like, the raid in a nutshell is you don't really need to have this DPS, but you need to understand how to do the mechanics and live by doing the mechanics, and as long as you do that, you can't really lose it. It's just a lot of people mess up the mechanics. Does abyssal damage count as elemental? Yes, it does. There's like abyssal, there's nature, there's ice, there's fire, there's lightning. There might be one or two others, but I think that's it. There's ice, if I haven't said that one. There's void. I think abyssal is officially a different damage type than void. Or no, is void abyssal? No, I think void is abyssal. There's also like a corruption damage type, and the Void Gauntlet for whatever reason does corruption damage and not abyssal damage, so that counts as a different damage type for it. It shouldn't do corruption damage, it should do like abyssal, but it does corruption. Which also prompts people to like wondering if they should use like void resist pots in PvP. It's kind of funny. Like that shouldn't be a thing, but it kind of is a thing. Arcane? Yeah, I forgot about Arcane. Arcane's like kind of a hard one though. Like you can get that from Detonate and you can get it from Flail, but that's about it. Like my Flail abilities deal Arcane damage, and that's like the only source of Arcane that I have here. But yeah, your goal with a lot of DPS builds is to use that elemental band, run as many different types of damage. There's some tricks to that too. So you could use your gem to, if you really wanted to, you could use your gem for an elemental split with an elemental main hand. So you could do like a fire step that deals 50% ice damage, and then you put a rune glass in there that does a dot effect, and that dot effect's a different elemental. So that's like 3 elementals for the price of 1, like attack. And then you could also have attunement, so then it's 4. It's like you can get like really greedy with that, but you don't really need to go that all in. Like if you get 3 hits per attack, like that's plenty. Like I don't think you need to convert like the fire staff to deal ice damage as a primary. I think that's kind of a waste of time. It's kind of a cool concept. I don't think it's working as intended, but it's kind of a cool concept where it's like, oh yeah, deal different types of elemental damage and you gain bonuses. It's like, oh, that's kind of neat. That guy missed. I think Arcane is what I was talking about because it counted void in my mind. Thanks. Gotcha. You could see them all on New World Buddy too. Like they have a table that lists every single thing there. But it's a little bit gross to read. Not the most user-friendly thing in the world. Trying to remain on my flail here to give the DPS buff. Let me annoy that dude real quick. Trying to remain in my flail while we're doing damage to him because it gives everyone on my team an empower. When you making a rapier musket build? I feel like I'm not the person to ask for rapier musket stuff, but I could make one. Like I could tell like what would be good for them to run. It's just not something that I actively use a ton. Circle, square, triangle. What? Circle. Square. Wait, it was on it. Yeah, that's it. Maybe I have to do it this way? What I had. I just grabbed the wrong one. Okay. That was weird. What's the best weapon to pair with musket? Usually rapier, but in PvE... Well, actually, no, in PvE you definitely want rapier. It's usually rapier. It's rapier 99% of the time. You could also go, like, bow is not an awful option. Void Gauntlet's also not an awful option. And some people go IG, not something I see commonly, but it is something that some people, like, are very adamant about musket with IG being good, and use Ice Pylon as, like, a way to deal a lot of damage. Alright, this is the guy I gotta beat to level up my artifact. People do wipe on this boss a lot. It is not a super simple boss. I do have a ton of weakens though, so I'm hoping that will make it a little easier. We've already lost our healer's first life and are like 2 minutes in. Wait, what? Did it reset the lava? So lost. Now we're starting to get to the point where there could be 2 balls up at the same time. This is kind of where it starts getting fun. I like to just like chill in like one of the cubbies, because the balls can't hit you if you're like just off to the side of the main one. Also, I'm just dead in a few seconds if I don't get healed. Did our healer die? Our healer died. Really? I don't have Purifying Heart. Yeah, I'm just gonna wipe it. If I had the Purifying Heart thing on, this would be a lot easier, but I can't run that. And my healer died. I can't run that, because if I run that, then I can't complete my artifact thing. So like how they have a typo in this, and they've had a typo in this for like years and no one's adjusted it. It says -25, but it should just be -25. Yo, Zeno, thank you. I love this boss, Big Fire Homie. Yeah, he's kind of fun. I don't like doing it with randoms, but he's kind of fun. It's like one of those bosses where if you don't know the tech, where you just like, you stand here, and that's it, and you just fight here, then it's like infinitely easier, but if you don't know that, then it's like, people just find a way to get hit by the balls all the time and die. Or could I get your New Road Buddy link? I could send individual builds, but I can't send like a link to my actual buddy. Because it's like linked to my cache or whatever, or linked to my login. So I'm trying to put that stuff onto a site, but the problem is that's taking a bit. That is my goal this weekend, is to have a decent amount of builds on the site, and then kind of slowly figure that one out. Okay, if I just stand in the center, will that make it easier for these guys to play around me? So I don't really care, I just want them to like not die. But currently my DPS do not know how to press the shift key. Oh, that one does. Nice. Going off to a different one so that life staff is like chilling. Perfectly safe that way. Why is he like freaking out? Oh, he's in the ball face. Okay. Gosh dang it, you refreshed the burns on me. I'm already burning enough, my dude. Oh no, look, I got comboed. We're like really forcing this res, and I feel like we shouldn't be. It's like, you see how people are like just dying left, right, and center here? Like, when this is unmutated, it's like significantly worse. Like, I know where to stand, so I don't really take that much damage, but they do not seem to know where to stand. Like, I think that's my life staff. No, my life staff's still up. So I'm gonna chill here for a second. Keep out of the way. Need to go back to that sacred. Alright, we should be able to get this knocked out now. Cool. Okay, that's the flail leveled. Or not the flail. That's the blood drinker. We got the gem slot now. We gotta do angry earth thing, and then we're good. Boss was a bitch to learn. Really sick design though. Yeah, he's cool. I'm like over leveled though, so like it doesn't really do much to me anymore. But when he's the same gear score as you, he hurts. You gonna play Ashes of Creation? I don't really want to pay $120 for the beta. But at the same time, I'm interested in that game, so. I don't really know about that one. Like it is the promised land. Definitely felt like a scam at one point, and they kind of walked that back a bit. Now I don't really know where it sits. This isn't good, right? Yeah, no. This also gives me Firestorm, which Firestorm is needed for the Sandworm raid because the cleanse effect will cleanse the dots that you get applied by the boss that are really annoying, like the acid ones. So that's a good pickup too. Why are people talking about politics in global chat? What is up with that? I want to show you guys a trick real quick. It's like kind of funny. Not falling there. But there's a certain mob in here that you can cheese the heck out of this quest with. And now I'm lost. Wait, no, you go this way. And then you go left. Right? Yeah. Then you come up over here. And then I believe the mob is on the other side of this. There's also a mob here that drops the best in slot 700 gear score Void Gauntlet, and it's that guy right there. He drops it. But this guy, so you see you have to kill 30 Angry Earth? This guy summons totems. And it turns out that the totems that he summons are Angry Earth. So I can just basically keep him alive and just kill him the totems. So yeah, kind of an easy way to do this. Detonate Flail or Gems is super niche. Damage for some reason. I mean, gems aren't like. Wait, what? Flail you don't really build for damage. There's like one build that builds the flail for damage, and it's like a cheese one-shot combo build that's not super popular. But everyone else just builds the flail for pure utility. I think there's a second one of these guys over here somewhere too, but I don't remember exactly where he spawns. I don't really want to aggro the Corvid. This is pretty chill. Just gotta wait a bit. Oh, that was when we were talking about Arcane. Gotcha. Yeah, Detonate does it and Flail does it. That's basically it. Otherwise, you have to use a gem thing. Where are you going? What? 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 You didn't even come from there. You came from the other side. I am so lost. He just ran away and now he's retreating. Bro, you did this to yourself. What are you doing? So confused. I'm gonna go aggro the other guy. I think he's over this way. No, he's not. Okay, never mind. Abort. The Corvid's like, I can kill the Corvid, but I don't really want to have to fight 2 or 3 Corvids to get another one of these dudes, and I could just wait like a little bit. I did find another cheese way to do this. So if you engage this guy in combat, and then you go into an instance event, so if I go into like OPR or something like that, he'll continue to spawn turrets, and then he can just basically just come back, and then kill him. Like, I think I have like a clip of one point of me fighting like 50 of these. It was kind of funny. Like 50 turrets at once. I was like, what the heck? Like, almost got one shot. But yeah, if you ever have Angry Earth quests, this is a good trick to know in terms of this mob. A lot faster than actually killing these guys anyway. Oh, Ravine, I owe you the... let me see if my snip thing works or not. If it still doesn't work, I haven't figured out why it wasn't working earlier. No, it's still not working. Yeah. It should be grabbing the application. There might be an update to it or something that I need to install. I think I said I'd figure it out, and then, like, I made a video, and then it was, like, 11 or 12, and I was like, I'm going to bed. Like, I was tired. Oh, that's a late shout out to Xeno. Is Crush here? I'm running the shield hatchet thing we cooked, and I was wondering if I should run it with Bile Bomb. Like an S hatchet? I don't think you run it with Bile. I think you run it with either Stone Form or Vines. And I think Cannon Heart Rune's also okay. Oh, well, I can answer it in 30 or whatever the ad is. I could type it out. Maybe a little easier for me to type it out. Just found another turret right there. Alright, 10 more to go. Have you guys used Unimpeded yet? It's like, it feels so nice. And like, amulet perks are like on a really big premium, but like, it's a really nice amulet perk. And you can't run it if you run Ankh, because you really want a protection. Where are you posting the builds at? It's gonna be on the site, but right now it's on my new road buddy, and we've been putting him on there. By the end of this weekend, it should be on the site. The problem is it takes me a bit to get a build on the site. But not too long. Is it in your cord? Didn't hear. There's a few in the cord too. Yeah, in the cord and the build tab, there's a few that I've put there, and otherwise they're gonna be on the New World build site in like a couple of days. Micro, is flail viable in PvP? I got Power Stone, was winning the PvP flag while I did the achievements. It is. It isn't as good in solo. It's better in group, but you can run it in solo. If you do run it in solo, I'd recommend using the artifact ring that I'm using right now, because it will give you a good amount of self-sustain with it, and it will help out a lot. What is even the point of upgrading this? Oh, you get one more perk. Yeah. I feel like you don't need to, like, upgrade it. Purifying Heart is a nice perk. Matrix is really going for 25k right now? Jesus Christ. Why are they so expensive? Just no one can make them yet? And it's like locked behind daily cooldowns? Is that really just it? I don't know what jump is doing. It's over here just hatcheting something. So it is buying some gold ore, so that's good. But I need a lot of gold ore to get this thing leveled. And I'm like putting buy orders for gold ore at like 0.6, and if I try to buy it off the market, it's like way, way, way more expensive. So it doesn't really make sense to do that. I'll just stick to my buy order technique. That's like 200 gold. It'll give me a quarter of a level. What is solvent is the name, right? Pure solvent. I need some of this too. Wow, that went up. That used to be 0.1. I've reached 100k today on Fresh. Dang. That is not where I'm at. I'm still at 5k. I am poor. I keep buying things and then selling things and then buying things and then selling things, and that's kind of where I'm sitting at. I need to see if this ancient skull is worth something. Nope. What do you do with the gold to make money? Oh, if he's got 100k, I have no idea what he does. I've been doing a whole thing where I've been using smelting to get gems, which then I take to, and then I get those gems, use Arcana to get the motes, and then use the motes and the gems to jewel craft and create stuff. So I've been like leveling all three of these at the same time, basically. That's all I've been doing, but I don't think it's been the most effective thing, or at least I'm still behind some people. Once I unlock this cache of prospected gems, it should like start taking off in terms of money, but I'm not quite there yet. I'm pretty close. The other thing I can buy is sulfur, and then I can flip sulfur, I think. That's a pretty effective way to do it. If I look for sulfur chunk. Like, these aren't super expensive. And they give you a lot of XP. It's like I can give them... Well, actually, they don't really give you a lot. They give you a little bit of XP. But, like, no one's bought my previous sulfur, so I don't really want to do another thing, because then I'm just going to be behind even more. But I have, like, a lot of money on gems on the market right now. They just aren't selling immediately. This gem I probably could take down and try to relist. Which is kind of a problem because my entire, like, scheme to make money is off selling gems. Right now. There's always the armor fragment method, but it's kind of boring. You do armor fragments, you do weapon fragments, you do engineering fragments. And that does give you some money, but kind of meh. Like, I would buy all these, and then I would take them to a kiln, and then make them, and then turn those into asthma and sell the asthma, basically. 100 for 14 for sulfur, you're crazy. People have been buying it. They just want to level up their heart runes, and it requires it. And it's also like, if you... the sulfur chunks are still worth like 15k. Like, they're worth a lot. Thanks, Adris. Mika, what artifact should I use if I want a rapier musket? You should be using the rapier artifact. Probably featherweight, but there's other ones that you can go to as well, and then you should be going for Phoenix as your amulet. Phoenix is like pretty underrated right now too. Just green. What if I put in a buy order for like 10,000 of it? Pretty cheap. Because this is an okay way to get XP too. It's just like not super profitable usually. But people do like buy it kind of quick. The other thing I can do is I could just start spam queuing OPR. That's a pretty good way to make something. So we have like part of our build put together if you want to do an OPR. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. And the other thing that I need to start doing is I need to start doing weaponsmithing. But that's gonna probably be a longer goal because it's like super expensive to get into that. But basically there's a shield that you can craft. They have 200 weaponsmithing. It's really good. It's just weaponsmithing leveling is like just mostly just a cost sink. You said featherweight chest. I think you just go featherweight. There are other options there that are probably decent too. Like winged leather shoes is a pretty good option for that kind of build. You can go like the ambush like style boots is like an okay option for that build. Like there's definitely other options as well. We have money now. We have 89. I should tell Jump X payout and see if he gives me money. he probably won't. We got 89k, we got something in there. Let's start doing OPR, I think. Put this back into focus. How much are rabbits? Could I buy like one rabbit and it lasts me multiple OPRs and I'll be happy? Probably. Like if I make 360 per OPR and it's cost me 160 to get up to 200 and it's going to make my life a lot less miserable, then I'll do that. Oh, the other thing I can do is I can upgrade Butcher right now too. Ooh. That sounds kind of fun. It's not G-Chop. So I need gem setting pins. Well, looks like we got our OPR to pop, so that's nice. If I type in the letter M, it takes me to the map instead of searching this thing. Okay, there we go. It's like, I swear to God. Okay, I'm not trying to do that. There are my gem setting pins. Everything else I should have in inventory. So should be able to upgrade that artifact after this, and that will allow me to take that tank build to the next level. I don't think I need to upgrade the flail artifact yet. The flail artifact's like more of a util upgrade at a certain point, but it doesn't matter too much. Like I'd basically put in smite in here, and it's like it's better in PvP then, but like I think it's less of a prio than me like upgrading Void Darkplate and upgrading Butcher. Oh wait, in order to upgrade that I needed Matrix, and Matrixes are expensive. Never mind, I can't upgrade that yet. I'm poor. I forgot I'm poor. But when I get a Matrix, I'll be able to upgrade. The Matrixes are 25k right now. So, oh well. Is it true that New World has target lock now? Yeah. It functions like a target lock. It's not exactly a target lock system, but effectively, yes, it is a target lock. I can show you what the target lock thing looks like in this OPR. It's a little funky looking. I don't think it's like necessary to use it by any stretch of the means, and on like a lot of weapons it's bad, but it is like an aimbot. It's funny because I've seen people complain about someone having an aimbot, and then like people are like, bro, they literally put aimbot in the game, like what do you want? Like it's like, why aren't you missing any shots? It's like they literally made it so you don't miss shots. But if I hit middle mouse when I'm close to people, it will lock on and it looks like this. I'm just applying rends and weakens to these guys, basically, right now, but they are tanky. And I don't have Oblivion right now, I don't have Scream, so I don't really have a ton of disease. My ult is a disease, though, so that helps a little. What is this guy doing on healer? He's just like sitting there. But yeah, this is the disease-oriented build. Like I apply disease, I apply weakens. The flow artifact basically works while I have the VG out, and I'm taking advantage of that. But I need to keep my health above 90% in order for it to proc. Gosh, it's so annoying that the nameplates disappear. I can't tell who's on whose team. Yeah, Frigid is really, really good. Like I know a lot of people that just want to rock Frigid even if it's like low gear score because it's just so powerful. I don't really blame them. It is just that powerful. Are you not gonna repair it? I was like in a position to repair it and just didn't repair it. I think I gave that guy a breakout roll. I know a lot of people that are just pushing up their PvP level and are trying to get the PvP artifacts now. It does take a while, though, to get it leveled up. I think I'm gonna go get some kegs by killing the mobs over here. I don't really need to do this, but I can. Oh, yeah, this is where it hurts to not have something leveled up. Or not have a higher pick. You could also gain mining XP and OPR. This is something I've actually done before. Because it's normally like, kind of hard to find the resources, but you can always mine star metal and OPR. Kind of forbidden tech. Like, it's 4 hits for me, and it's giving me the star metal XP, so it's like, it's not bad. This is gonna be a slow fight. I do not do a ton of damage. He does a decent amount of damage. But I have a lot of dots. And lifesteal. I think I've put him on weaken cap like a few times. This one gives a lot more, and then that one over there gives a lot more. So that's 60. And it also gives me a lot of Azoth Essence, which I could use to get the kegs. Do you know if shield wards are active only if you block or have SNS flash for? Yeah, you have to have flail or SNS for the shield ward to be active. One trick that you can use is you can use conditionings instead, and then those don't have to have the thing be active in order to use them. So it's like a trick that I sometimes use. Oh, where'd they go? Oh, they're up top. Cool. I'm gonna circle back around here and take the fight, but I want to wait for some people to be closer. Oh, I can't take that fight, actually. Not yet, anyway. No, I can. So if you hit them 4 times, it's a root, and with Fire Staff specifically, they always like get stuck in that animation when they try to get away, so I always like try to look for a root versus Fire Staff with the flail. Most other weapons, it doesn't really, it's not like a good idea to go for that kind of win con. Give ally haste. Starting to apply a ton of weaken here. Comboed. They're smart, they go mid here. I feel like they're not smart. I can go do Wolf real quick and get a buff. Let me put this down too. Never upscaled this, right? It's still level 60, so it's not even like that good of a thing anymore. Actually, I don't think I can kill Wolf before the game ends. This is like the same thing, or it's like, I don't really have damage in this build. I can pretend we have damage. Like, that's all the damage I got. That's my entire combo. It's a CC combo, it's not a DPS combo. Do you know if shield, I already answered that. So with headbutt round shield, yeah, that one will only be active while you're either blocking or you just have that weapon class that uses the shield out. Headbutt is a really good shield. It's also like the most annoying shield to farm in the game. I've tried to farm that one and I think I like gave up. Because the goat will headbutt you off the high ground and climbing back up there takes like a few minutes. And you have to fight the goat on the island or else it won't drop anything. It's like a perfect storm of just being really, really annoying. Do I have 3,000? Yeah, I do have 3,000. Because 3,000 is max rewards. You're about 7 hours into farming? Jeez. Also, one thing I want to do right now is I want to save my crates, and then I'm going to go light equip load at a certain point and try to roll DPS stuff to go in PvE. But in PvP, I don't need that. So there's like another trick there that I'm trying to use. I really want to do that raid though and get access to more like speed-oriented perks. And right now, I have Hasted Vigor, which is a good speed perk, but I don't have Keen Speed on anything, and that will make this build like kind of accelerate really quickly and be like a lot better. This piece is, I mean, all my pieces are like fine except for my gloves. Like health, enchanted ward, thrust conditioning, like it's not perfect, but it's fine. Like this one is an artifact, like I can't change it really, so. Shield's actually not very useful at all, to be honest. Can Flail Burst be decent if you invest in it? It can, but Flail just has some of the lowest base damage stats in the game for some reason. So it's not usually worth like going all in for. But like you can build it that way. So the first chance that we have for a PvP artifact, I believe, is level 29, track 3, and we're level 5 right now. So it's like a lot of grinding. Melee target lock is worse as it makes people stuck on you just by holding left click. Yeah, I feel like melee target lock, like you can't back up though, so it's like, it's good offensively, but it's bad defensively. I just don't like using the target lock, like it feels clumsy to me. I don't have really consistent heals here. I think I'm just dead. Yeah, I just got run over like a truck. There's no way to live that one. I know they eased the matchmaking requirements. I'm guessing that means that they don't require as many healers now, and that doesn't make me super happy. So I like to be healed. I don't know about other people, but getting healed is nice. You got your Ankh on your first one? What? That is so lucky. Do I have any melee players? Why do I have a level 61 on my OPR team? They have like the entire melee like division, and I'm like out here like with 1 or 2 people. It's not even the melees, to be honest. It's like a healer problem, this OPR. Like, I haven't seen a healer, and I know some people have been queuing healer and switching off healer, and it completely griefs your team. Like, I have 1 healer over there who's healing from afar and not even getting close to locking up. I wish I could see healing stats. Oh, they can't even triple cap. They never capped home base. Wait, did they? This is where my healer went? I mean, I guess it kind of works. But, like, this is a really weird spot for a healer to be right now. So there's no healer, and my healer goes to mid alone. Ay, ay, ay. I'm gonna get shot by a bow across the map, probably. What am I watching? I cannot help that dude, he is just running it down. I heard that the World Series tickets are, the minimum price is $2,000 to be anywhere in there. Just crazy to think about. Why'd it pull me back? I was fine, and then it pulled me back into that clump. And I was sandwiched between 3 people and couldn't move. What is this net code? It feels more clumsy than it used to. This is also, like, to me, proves my point on why I recommend people not going bow if they're a new player, because I have bows shooting the front line, which does absolutely nothing. And bows should be a backline harass class. But this game was won and lost of the healers, is not really won or lost of anyone else. That into. It still gives you 2,000 XP if it's that one side of a match and that quick. That's crazy. It would be the stagger bug, probably. Oh, is that why? It feels so bad. Like, every time I'm, like, zooming next to people, I just get hit and I get staggered for, like, 0 reason when I shouldn't be getting staggered. Like, I'm getting staggered off of, like, melee attacks or something like that. Like, not even abilities. Yeah, I could show stats. I mean, it's... It's like 200 con when I get an OPR, but right now I'm not in the OPR, so it's not 200 con, and then it's like 350 focus and 67 strength, which is just leftover stuff. So I really need to change out these boots, but haven't really gotten there yet. Weight attacks are staggering for unknown reasons and unknown situations. It's not all the time, just sometimes, but it's often enough that it's noticeable. Yeah, Upheaval has a stagger coded into it right now. Like it counts as a, like I don't even know what they're doing. Like I think what they tried to do is they tried to make it so that in PvE that your attack stagger, and it just made it so that in PvP the attack stagger for some reason. And now it just everything feels so shitty. What weapon would you recommend to pair Flail for PvP Island? Oh god, if you're going Flail on the PvP Island, I don't know if that's a great idea. Flail's probably the worst weapon in the game on the PvP Island. I'd probably go Sword and Shield, because it's like, you're at least gonna live a little longer. But like, there's not really a great pairing for Flail. Like, Hatchet is okay. Upheaval might be a tad overtuned. Upheaval's bugged, it's actually weaker than it's supposed to be right now, too. Upheaval's coded as incrementing the stagger effect, when it shouldn't. It's kind of funny. Not that, I want the ability Upheaval. Like the one hand sword attack stab increments the stun breakout thing. Like I don't know why this is staggering, but it's either staggering or it's incrementing the breakout for like no reason. Or did they just make all the heavy attacks? Or like I don't know what. No, this is just the ability. Like that shouldn't increment that at all. Alright, so after playing a little bit of the update, how is it? Good parts and bad parts. I mean, it's content, so it's overall an improvement because there is content, but per usual, it's super, super buggy. Like, it still feels like a beta. Oh, you started. Breakout roll, breakout's a tactical roll. Yeah, it's like, that ability doesn't do a stagger though, and it's incrementing the breakout, which doesn't make sense. I have nobody in here. I wonder we don't have a team. My team is like on the walls. Great Axe feels a lot stronger than it used to be. These guys are literally just sitting on the wall shooting us. I don't know why. And I don't have a healer. I feel like every time I play OPR now, there's not a single healer. Like we have 2 healers, one's dead for some reason and not respawning. Okay, there we go. Finally respawned. Do they have grit during that? They have grit during flourish and finish? Why do you have grit during that? It doesn't make sense. So why is he moving faster than everyone? Does he have Zephyrs on or something? That should strip the thing that he has. Got diminishing orb on it. Yeah, you're not in the right sacreds. You just learn AGS can't color code the sacred grounds for some reason. They tried, they failed, they tried, they failed, and just gave up. I hate how this is what AGS bounces off of too. They're like, bow does too much damage, and they're just like shooting a clump or something like that. It's like, what? Do you see they implemented a minimum gear score for weapon slots? Yeah. An OPR, or it's like if you take off your gear, right? So it's to try to help counter the bug, but the bug still exists. They have funny ways of solving problems. Like they try to find like a way that like just won't solve the problem, but is like kind of close to solving the problem every single time. Like never quite get it. And it's like also like a why situation. Like why would you over-engineer that? Like it doesn't make sense. God, I'm literally playing Bow PR right now. Bow PR with melee zooming around on the sides. Why are we behind? There's one guy shielding and we're just standing here. Jesus Christ, just kill this dude. We are so slow. It is incredible. You guys shouldn't be playing frontline with this class, and I'm out here playing frontline because we're so slow. Like, Abyss Fire Staff doesn't mean just auto with the Fire Staff, it means, like, actually use the Abyss part too. Ay, ay, ay. All the new COD players are playing Musket Bow. Oh, yeah, the new COD came out today, right? Wait, you could change the target? There's no way. What? Oh my god, why is target lock like this? It's so stupid. I got distracted. Gotta unequip and re-equip because of that other bug. It's bug world. Bows against me, boy, my healers. Bows with me, shooting the 500 con tank. Yeah, pretty much. That's what's happening to me right now. My Abyss Fire Staff doesn't know how to use the Abyss. Let's pull some aggro. Why does Hatchet hit that hard? Wait, what? Could I even see what weapon he had on anymore? You can't see what weapon the person had on? They took away that feature too? Golden, I don't know if I could be, like, if I want to commit to other people right now. I feel like we're still in the phase where people are just trying to do fresh. Hatchets are broken? I didn't think they were that broken. I thought they were broken, but I didn't think they were, like, really stupid. That was, like, hitting me for, like, 4K a pop. Why is Great Axe, like, pull so aggressive now? I can't even, like, get to above 90% HP for the flow buffs to trigger because there's so much poke and so little healing. I don't know if we could fight that, my guy. There's like 5 of them. That guy's like actually using the Abyss with the Fire Staff and not just using the Fire Staff. Okay. You tried to do the hatchet thing, it didn't really work. My guy just backed up on his mount, he ran up and just reversed, he didn't try to spin around or anything. Three, 2 Yankees, bottom of the 10th, nice. Yeah, target lock and cheese. I mean, the thing with the hatchet right now is you don't even have to stam trade to just be on top of somebody. Like, you're just passively, like, on people. Which doesn't feel fair. Oh, we got PvEers. You might actually win this one. You got a brute in mid. That looks like a no-go. So we have a brute here, right? It's like fighting off in the distance somewhere. Here's our brute. It's going in. Yeah, they're distracted on the brute. We should push. Save the brute. We retreated, we saved it. Let's go. I feel like this is overextending. I'm gonna try to get my flail cleanse up so that these guys can leave if they want to. Yeah, you can't just run from the hatchet. It doesn't really work anymore. I'm just trying to fight on top of the brute. Like, I feel like that's just the way to play this. Yes, I could kill you through the ground. I haven't played in a while. Is Shrieking Heels still solid for something like Firesouth Abyss? It seems like Shrieking Heels is still better than Health for like light builds and like squishy builds, so yeah, I'd say so. I didn't really realize that until recently. God. Got jumped on. Put a disease on this guy. Shouldn't last very long. What is going on? This is like the most campy match of OPR. Need keg OPR again? Yeah, I want to get some kegs, but like, they could get it like walk in whenever they wanted to right now. Like, we don't have that big of a number advantage in mid. If we push out like this, we're gonna lose mid. Can't bring up the ping wheel anymore. About to walk in. Yeah, no. I need Oblivion, I need Scream, and this build comes online, but until I have those, it's not going to be fully online. When's the war? I don't think I have a war today. There was a war that happened for different people, but I didn't sign up for it. Who puts walls in mid? True. It's like actively griefing. Trying to give this person my VG or my aura heal, but they're like running into the enemy team for some reason. Keep running away from me. Good to know that they never fix that. Yeah, I don't know about that one. We have the PvE advantage, but we're like actually terrible at PvP. Body blocking them. My goal is to scare the healer into healing themselves, not to actually do anything to them. Seems like it worked. Is that a hatch? Is that a Warhammer bow? Jesus Christ. Who told someone to go Warhammer bow? Why is this a thing? That should be a slow. Yeah. That puts a lifesteal on this guy. There's a keg there. What's that? What's the highest burst combo now? Probably something like Hatchet, Sword, and Shield. This is a really good play by me. Fighting on the brute. Same idea as earlier. I dive because team not supporting it, but it was a good play. I got like 5 kills. I love it when healers like pocket the back line and not the front line. Like that's always a classic. No PR. I get the healers dumping everything into the back line and not in the front line at all. It's like, wait, what? It's like, I think this is reversed. The mounts make this a lot easier though. Makes it a lot less annoying. What is my guy doing? Okay. I swear to God, they probably just can't see my nameplate anymore if I do this. Like, they made nameplates so bad that if I, like, lie in a bush like this, like, I go invisible. There's no way! It took him so long. Coming through. Why is that a thing? It should not be a thing. I'll just walk off Grand Slam. Sounds about right. Close game though, for game 1. Uh-oh. Help. There we go. Wait, that's a Great Axe SNS? That's a weird one. I did not spin the mouse that time. Target locked. Target acquired. Going for him. I'm so good at the game. They're gonna try to go with tempo, or are they gonna wait? They're waiting. The script is hatchet thing. I forget who Medium BBIG is, but I know this player. I played with him before. That missed? It's kind of crazy. If you look down while screaming, it goes a further distance. Don't ask me why it's a thing. Wait, what? Why'd they run in here? This is not the way you want to run, bro. Man is running the wrong direction. Got the root off. Finally lost our friend. Well, another win. How many kills did he get? 22. It's not even that many, to be honest. Micro root passive on Great Axe feels insane. It feels really annoying to play against now. I'm not gonna lie, like really, really annoying. I might break my rule and open up the outpost rush crates. I'm impatient. So I'm gonna put that to con, give myself the best chance. Getting something usable. Nice piece. Oh, that's so good. And that one's pretty good. Void Gauntlet, Blessed, Refreshing Move, Tether, pretty good. The gear from OPR is amazing. Like, this is... Oh, man. That's a nice piece. Isn't Tempest the hardest artifact to upgrade? I think the hardest artifact to upgrade is the new Warhammer, because you have to do the Sandworm raid with the Warhammer equipped. I don't know what that one's called, but that one's like next to impossible. Also, I forgot to buy food. So I might have to do a 350 con one, because otherwise I'll be below 200 con. And that sounds like below 150 con, and that sounds really sketchy. Miko, do you hear anything about dopamine disbanding? What? Dopamine's not disbanding. That's not a thing. We had a really, really bad first war because the IGLer did not know how whispers worked. And literally wasn't talking to us for the first 10 minutes of the war, and then we got in a fort and just insta-lost. No, I don't know why we insta-lost in fort, but it was literally just a... People were like, yo, be prepared for the war, and it like did nothing to prepare for the war. It's like one of those. You can't really blame too much. It was just like a really stupid war. I help my healer get out. Not. Oh, he got full healed. Brutal. Mr. Hatchet has such stupid tracking. I just want to walk away. Like, look at this. Can't help him go in. It was crazy how he lives that. We're fighting one tank that's getting healed by 2 healers. Why is there a bow with a greatsword? I mean, it's a cool idea, it just doesn't work. Cool idea, though. What? What? Mom's spaghetti is all over the floor. A pocket healer? Dude, we're just diving right now. Me and medium BBIG, we're just diving in. Just... It's so funny. Oh my god. Pretty new world PvP OPR seems so chaotic. I've played like 6 matches and lost all 6. OPR is very chaotic. It's fun and some if you have like kind of balanced teams. If it's a super one-sided, at least it's over quickly. Like it's probably my favorite mode in New World. Like I think it's more fun than War usually. Game name? This is New World. It's a recently re-released game. It's like how I'd probably put it at this point. Is that Willy? Oh, that it was still on the eat animation. I thought it was slightly after. I want to wait for him to be below 50% and then I can hit him with the scream, but it doesn't have disease, so it won't do too much. Alright, there we go. If you have below 50%, the scream lasts a second longer. Who's got mortal empowerment? Oh god. I don't know about this one, mate. He's really pushing it. It's working though. This is a silly OPR match. Give us a life steal there. No! Burned out. This is what I get for not running regen. 75 gear score bow to bait someone into fighting him with the Serenity setup. Oh my god. Imagine. That'd be the way to run it. Wait, no, I do have regen. It's just not healing for too much. Oh, they have a healer. Let me go find a guy that actually does damage. There's one guy in our entire team that does damage. I'm trying to get him the heal. He knows now. That's a death, yeah. Need to get out of combat here and go on mount. Should be out of combat. Keyword should. Knowing New World, I won't be out of combat for another 10 seconds, but there we go. Alright, I'm gonna play with this person for half a life. Alright, got kill. You dip now. Why did Willie just drop everything? Dude is so scared. Yeah, I'm dead. There's no clump and then there's giant clump. It was like, oh wait, I can't get through that anymore. I don't have barrage. Barrage is my only way out. I hate OPR because everyone is so scared they only want to fight 5v1. I mean, that's OPR, but it is, you take as many unfair fights as you can, right? Like, why wouldn't you want to fight 5v1? If you could fight 5v1, you'd take a fight 5v1. Let me do a heal orb here. It hits him from below, don't ask me why. But hitbox is really weird. Why am I slowed forever? You. Spear Rapier is such a fun build too. It's the build that BB's playing. That's why if you play Bruiser, you have to stick with friends. The guy's off alone. He used his combo and he's just dead. Alright, that should be game. Maybe the keyword here is should. Wait, he went so deep. The guy just damned out for it too. What are the bruisers doing? The bruisers are going in and dying over and over. How many kills did he get that time? 30? Got him all higher? Nice. Why doesn't medium BBIG's HP bar like not even move when he jumps into 7 people? Because he has shirking heels on and tumbler feet wraps. To be honest, like that's most of the reason. Okay, come on. Surely we can buy a food here in New World. Surely it doesn't take like 20 minutes to buy one food from the shop, right? Oh my god. Didn't even buy the food. Now it bought the food. It just bought the food after like 40 seconds. Eh, none of those are good. Ophir is pretty good for gear, actually. I'm like kind of surprised. Champion Tower Shield. No, that's not good. That part's good, but they're okay. It's like 5 dark matter. Not really worth much. Why doesn't maybe medium BB IG's HP bar? Oh wait, no. On plus multi-shrinking heals slash tumblers is crazy. Yeah, that's kind of the tech that a lot of people go for now. Tumbler doesn't actually have a cooldown. Shirking Heals has a cooldown. You go onk and it makes the Shirking Heal even better. So it's just like a heal on top of a heal on top of a heal. So that's like a thing that people have been doing in like kind of squishier builds. Is it worth to put Shirking Heals on tumblers if you only have 1 Shirking Heals? People put Shirking Heals on tumblers and they put Shirking Heals in the rest of their gear when they run that kind of set. And they cut health. Like where I was running health yesterday and we are talking about stuff and I put health, like you just put Shirking Heals because if you run 5 health, it's worth like maybe 12k HP. Or no, sorry, it's like 1.2k HP. And it's like at that point you just dodge once and you just got all the value without even having to run it. Like you don't even need it. Boone. I don't know any of these players. You're almost to the point where I don't even have to pop food. I still have to pop food. This feels pretty good to, like, that was a really nice pickup. I think there's any other gear that would be like a huge pickup for this current class, actually. Like a better Void Gauntlet would be nice, but like this is like, okay. Divine is so nice with this build too, because it boosts like Blood Drinker. Blood Drinker is keeping my HP up pretty well. I do want like more refreshing though. Like I have like 1 refreshing, I would want like 4 ideally, or maybe 3. So that's somewhere it can be improved. Does Shirking Heal work with Healing Breeze? I believe it does, but Healing Breeze got nerfed pretty significantly in terms of the self-heal it provides. But yeah, that is a tech that some people go for. So this is a 4th support tank kind of build. Yeah, it's just a support tank, kind of like a setup build, if that makes sense. Like it plays like IGVG, but it's a little bit tankier. So like it's like a lockdown in some ways too. Like here, I'm gonna transition to like a mid. Like a bruiser kind of thing, and then I'm gonna go back to going for individual targets. The main thing is if I have my flail out, I provide like a damage aura. Do you have... Oh my gosh, he has the funny thing. It's the artifact. The one that like gives you a second life. That like Phoenix, like the one that everyone told me not to go with that build. It's like, do you have Phoenix on? It's like, wait a second. Your HP went back to full. That's not allowed. Kobe. I got healed. They have a half decent heal on the other team. I want to dive, but I have no one to dive with right now. I got spaghettis all over the floor. I just hit him once and he burned everything. I think we go back line here. Yeah, exactly. I kind of saw what I saw. It was a little off, but the right idea. It's okay, not dead. Okay, yeah. Just slow at this point. I have grit during that. Trip, dead. I don't think healers like playing versus Flail. It's not. It's a kind of a oppressive class. Like Flail VG is like really, really oppressive. From a support standpoint. Weak defensively, but offensively like very, very strong. So the trick here is at the last second, we pop Vortex and then we can run through any ice shower that appears here. File in the middle there. A few more support buffs. So now you have like damage buff, they have anti-heal buff, they got weaken, we've got rends on them. That's pretty bad. Still chased him off the wall and he still dies, but it was pretty bad. Oh, never mind. Abyss Fire Staff moment. Just use every button in the game to escape. We need to change how combat and out of combat works in PvP. Like, you just never can get on your mount in OPR. Like, I ran all the way back here and I can't get on my mount the entire time because probably one person in my group was in combat, but... See if I can take the close angle, because that's the way that this guy will want to retreat. I don't think I beat him there. Oh, I beat him. Well moment. And I still die. I just need keen speed there and I make it out. Yeah, we haven't updated the builds on that site yet. We're doing that this weekend. That's the goal. I've done like half of one right now and I need to do like 10. Hasted Vigor feels pretty good, though. Not gonna lie. I also forgot to take everything off and put it back on, so I'm gonna be bugged for the next life. Let's see what this guy has on my right, because that is a meta build. Oh, it looks like he ran away, so I'll just go front line. Strip is buff. Buff stripped. Give this guy haste. Make it so they can't dodge the explosion. Firestorm? What? The world? Gonna give this guy a life steal because he's the only person going in. This guy kind of looked like he knew what he was doing earlier, so I might hang out with him, like the bruiser. Like he saw something that I saw that no one else saw on my team, so I feel like he's the best player. Probably the player that I need to play off of. At least the most aggressive. Which I appreciate. Man named himself Cupid. That's a name. Yo, Spitfire, what's going on? Have a good rest of the stream. Thank you. Appreciate it. We are running it down mid and OPR. I don't know where to go. Nope. Do a heal orb here. Need to heal up, so I'm just kind of chilling for a second. Now we're good. Killed that part of the flow animation? Doesn't even make sense. Trying to body block this guy behind me. Looks like it kind of worked. Let me play the game, please. I just can't play the game the whole time there. Just getting staggered from normal hits. Wasn't getting the breakout roll though. That's probably something that's worth playing for right now, is the breakout rolls are probably like way more consistent because everything is staggering for zero reason. We also didn't do this, which doesn't help, because that means that we're taking 25% more damage than we should have. Or something stupid like that. Are we about to get triple capped and lose? Surely we get here in time. The IG kind of hurts. It hurts more than the BB, which doesn't really make sense. BB is hard countered by Flail. Case in point. Low level ghost. It's gonna kill one of my healers in a minute. You guys know what time it is? Keg time. Are they pushing or are we pushing? We should be pushing. We have more people. Just gotta hit the healers a bit and they start backing up. Healers don't like to be hit. They also lose all sense of direction when they start getting hit. Guy was so out of position by the end of that. Alright, next healer. Is this a heavy healer? Jesus Christ. Paladins are not a thing. Paladin is a bad role. Fun to play, but bad role. I'm basically playing Paladin. But I wouldn't call it Paladin. Cyberbullying people, I feel bad. That's what my class does, I'm sorry. Go touch the healer again. The Paladin's back. Paladin does work in terms of solo healing yourself, but it doesn't work in group heals, and the way to take advantage of it is to put like a Sacred down and then use Shirking Heals. It's like a really, really cursed build. That really, I think, only works on the FFA island, maybe, if that. Why is this guy just holding right click and not walking over to the team? If you're gonna hold right click, always hold it right. Your goal is to play around your teammates in OPR. They won't play around you. Okay, you just died. Well, you should have died, but did not. Gonna cut off the angle here. You don't have grit during that animation, so if that would have hit, it would have been really good. Definitely want to take this one wide. My Mortal Empowerment procced. It's kind of funny. Can I take this? Yeah, I can. I want to fight like right here at the corner though. This is the oppressive spot. Because they all have to come back through here. If I delay them, they get caught and then they die. Oh shit, I have this shield here. Power of blocking. Hatchet does like 0 stam damage. So if you just block it, like, it doesn't do anything. That's a good hatchet player. I'm gonna move on. Give this guy haste. Start looking back line. Start getting on the healer. Need a heal orb here. He types out going in before he goes in. honestly respect it. I feel like this guy should not have walked back in. So we win here as long as they don't cap mid, because we just like wipe their team, and their next stop here is to go mid to flip it, and or go to our home base to flip it, so I should just pre-rotate mid. But we have plenty of people there, we don't have anyone mid, we have people at our home base, so yeah, they're going mid already. Kinda knew that was happening. OPR macro. Problem is no, we do have people coming. We have 5 people coming, so I just have to delay for 5 to 10 seconds and we win. Which I can do by just standing here and holding the button. Strip that. And he's gone. Go next. What the fuck? You did not do that combo right, my dude. I'm gonna vault kick after you pull. Alright, now they can't win. There's no way for them to win anymore. It's GG. We were pushing this up too far. They'd have to come back through here to win at this point. They don't have time to come mid. You give this guy movement in case he wants to live. Guess he doesn't. I have a keg this OPR, right? Yeah, this is the time where you light the keg. Okay, he knows. Can't win anymore. Nice. Bad. Like my economy is going now. Probably do one more OPR and then I'm gonna call it and just do economy. Why is Jump still here with throwing hatchet? He's been here for hours. None of those were that good, but something. I should start saving these for light gear. There's no point in opening them unless I want to get a Scream would be the big upgrade, or Oblivion on an armor piece. Those would be the 2 big upgrades for me to hit at this point. Honestly, I think that's a buy, Because it gets upscaled in OPR. It's like 100 gold, like it's nothing. That would have been a buy if I didn't buy the Oblivion one. I do lose my hasted vigor though with this, which is the sad part. So I'm just missing Scream. And like a Void Gauntlet that actually has some perk on it. Like Oblivion that's like actually, or not Oblivion, Diminishing Orb of Void Gauntlet. That's like actually decent looking. Versus mine's just like, okay. Why could you get Rogue on a Void Oh, I know why. That's stupid. That one's pretty good, but it's expensive. Less Diminishing Orb Dexterity? Who the fuck rolled that one? That's a weird one. Yeah, none of these are like better than the one I have now. You'd want Keen on it, most likely. If you don't want to run, you have to run Keen if you don't want to run Magnetic Gauntlets, and I'm trying to make this build without Magnetic Gauntlets now. Okay, so now our utility is, we have Buff Strip, we have a non-upgraded Smite, we heal a bunch. Yeah, we need more refreshing. Everything else is looking decent though. Would be Abyss Ring for Fire Step, IG Abyss. Hardy invigorated fire damage. Just use Elemental Band though. Elemental Band is just better. If you don't have Elemental Band, that would be Hardy and big fire damage, yeah. Or Mortal Empowerment. Both those would be fine. Elemental Band isn't obtainable for me. Yeah, then just do it with the fire damage. Is it really not obtainable? Like, I could, like, if people are on my server, I can, like, do a server-wide raid if we wanted to. Like, it's not that hard to do. Like, I swear it's not that hard to do. How does that hit me? I'm, like, miles away. Stripping his buff. Stripping your buff too. Dude has the funny greatsword. The artifact that actually enables that entire kit to exist. Still died pretty much instantly, though. Ooh. Let's do a speed boost. Little empower. This should just basically hard counter any one of those hatchet players that commits on me, because I have 2 buff strips and a lot of the hatchet stuff works off the static buffs. Are these back capping? That's so annoying. That guy should be fine. That's a spawn back cap too. Quick trick in OPR, if you want to go back, it's faster to unstuck and then leave from your spawn again than it is to go all the way back. Only problem is now I have to change my gear, right? Because my character spawned in. What's it think you do? You're in Pangaea, right? Yeah, I'm on Pangaea. Ran all the way back there for that fight. It's like 3 people from Pangaea on this. Trying to see if I know any of the company names. Why would you ever put a gate up in mid? What? Alright, about to make this fight unfair. Passive we can go. And we zoom again. Because we're low. Oh, he was playing that class, right? Give him credit for that. Hey, get a keg. Wait. Why are they putting doors up in mid? Is that the Michael shield? Yeah, I use it for transmog, but I don't actually use the Michael shield. Michael is my beloved best artifact in the game. Except it's actually the worst one, or one of the worst. Oh, we just won that fight. Dude, they're capping our home base again. It's starting to get old. See if I can bait them. I'm trying to get them off the door. Yeah, this one guy knows. He has target lock and he still can't track it. Time to walk over here. Oh wait, no, you're dead. Okay, never mind. We can stay over here. Are old players getting free server transfer tokens? Not really, no. I mean, they gave them out like a while ago, like maybe twice. And then they realized that they'd make more money if they just like didn't merge servers and made players move to servers that weren't dead. So they haven't done it in a while. I think my Serenity build's gonna be huge, but it's gonna take a long time to farm all of it. Oh yeah, like Serenity is a grind. One of the grinds, to be fair, or to be sure. They're like back capping and they're getting locked out. Why are they even trying? Why are you back capping? It makes no sense. Why do you want the game to go on? It's not winnable for you anymore. I'm gonna get it off in time too. Because I'm in combat for zero reason. Oh, I almost made it. I love just staring at people and holding block, and they're like, "Wait, what do I do? Like, I don't know what to do anymore." They just like don't know how to play the game. What's the best armor artifact for Firestaff Great Axe right now? Featherweight? I think it's Featherweight, yeah. That's a boring one. Hypothesis is 11, Argent 68, and that game still took like 15 minutes because people were back capping. Right, I think I'm gonna call it there and then go to bed. I'm trying to finish a video for tomorrow that I think I should be able to put out. It's like an old one that we did on stream, but it's an artifact one. Tomorrow I want to go over like a little bit of like war comp stuff, but I'll kind of see. Or either then or Sunday. I also need to like do some other things tomorrow too in terms of creating, putting builds on the site. Yeah, let's see if anyone's still up. Andiv is like always up this late. It's kind of weird. I'm trying to find a different person to host every day. Raid. I could do Andiv. He might be going to bed. I haven't done him in a while. I don't know if he actually did it or not. I wonder if he did. Is the gear set up for it? Alright. See you guys.